Instead of a correction, the energy market is gaining momentum. Oil is extending gains, hitting new multi-month highs. The ruble is trying to advance on higher oil prices. The tax period starting today acts as a local support for the Russian currency. The US markets are closed today, therefore trading activity may be lower. Brent crude rose above $63 a barrel for the first time since January 2020. In the early trade, Brent futures gained almost 2%. WTI crude showed similar dynamics. The nearest contract was trading at $60.50 per barrel. On Monday, the situation in the Middle East was in the focus of market participants. The morning surge in prices was triggered by the news from the region. Saudi Arabia reported that it had intercepted and destroyed another explosive-laden drone launched by Yemen towards the kingdom. Rising tensions always carry the risk of supply disruptions and cause short-term spikes in oil prices. The key drivers of this growth are still hopes for a recovery in demand. The epidemiological situation in many countries of the world is showing an active and improving trend. We can see a decline in new coronavirus infections. The OPEC Plus deal and the weaker US dollar index also support oil prices. Meanwhile, market participants have ignored the fact that US energy firms added new oil rigs. Investors seem to be encouraged by the positive news flow, which so far offsets the existing uncertainty and negative reports. In addition, buoyant demand was caused by a statement by Russia's Minister of Energy delivered over the weekend. This year, the price of Urals crude oil is expected to average $45 to $60 per barrel. Apart from that, the EU announced its plans to produce its coronavirus vaccine developed by French drugmaker Sanofi by the end of the year. From a technical point of view, Brent crude is likely to approach the mark of $65 per barrel. Today, the prices are expected to move in the range of $62 to $64 per barrel. Of course, a correction in oil prices cannot be excluded. The recent surge looks unstable. Moreover, the market is overheated. Since Saudi Arabia reported additional production cuts, oil has gained about 25% of its value. Therefore, the quotes may drop to more balanced levels, to the area of $55 to $58 per barrel. The market may gradually cool by the end of March. The Russian currency managed to pare losses incurred as a result of Lavrov's speech on Friday. In the early trading session, higher oil prices and stronger emerging market currencies supported the ruble. In addition, the rhetoric of the Bank of Russia contributed to its growth. The regulator said that the interest rate might be increased in the near future. As a result, the dollar-ruble pair retreated to the 73.20 mark. Further, the US dollar is likely to consolidate near this level amid lower trading activity. At the moment, the ruble has every chance to enter a short-term overbought phase, since the currency has been gaining in value without any pullbacks for 8 consecutive sessions. Besides, the US dollar is likely to receive strong support soon. Therefore, it will be very difficult for the ruble to break through another resistance level without any drivers. At the same time, the Russian currency is currently in demand among Western investors. The activity of American investors is rising. In this situation, the dollar-ruble pair may well test the 73 mark in the coming sessions. By the end of the week, the quotes may correct. The ruble will decline, while the US dollar will again try to advance to the upper border of the current trading range near the levels of 74-75 rubles. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.